Oh, amazing people. Hello, hello. So I wanted to go live tonight to talk about the video that I posted. I got so many messages about it, so many responses to this video. I do want to say that I kind of been following this story for a while, and I wanted to say something previously about this whole thing that has went viral on social media. I'm going to show the video here in a second so people can get some background of the situation. I will say that um, this, as this story has progressed, I was kind of like really in my feelings um, behind, how it unfolded, and like, just why we are like this as people. Hello and welcome, 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 welcome. I think this is something that we should discuss. I'm also going to open up the phone lines if anybody wants to, call in and chime in on the situation. But I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to go ahead and let y'all view the video um right now. So let's go over here and view the video.
Glow Jays, he's a social media influencer.
Let me start it
Glow
back.
Jays, he's a social media influencer, best known for giving wads of cash to strangers.
At the end of the day, you made this 20,000 off me and my children.
But one homeless woman says that it is all for clout and that she hasn't received most of the money he's raised on her behalf. But while she cries foul, he says she didn't deserve the money. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. Zaporia Tullis says that she's fallen on hard times and she and her 5 children are homeless. She says that she spends a lot of her time asking people for money out on the streets. And that's what she was doing in June of 2022 at a Walmart in Union City, Georgia, a suburb of Atlanta. She says that she was then approached by a man who gave her $500. That man was social media influencer Glow Jays. But according to Tullis, the good deed was a scam.
Good afternoon, Miss Lady. How you doing?
Fine.
I'm amazing. You sweating? Hey, what's going on?
Hard work, baby.
Tullis says that when she was approached by Glow Jays and his team, they told her to make sure she looked sad as they recorded the encounter.
I don't know where to stay right now. We go from room to room.
What happened in order for you to get, like, in your situation?
I lost my place in 2020. I was trying to get back on my feet. My dad passed like a year ago.
Wow.
So he passed from COVID, and he was all I had, really. I'm just trying to really get back on my feet.
He gives her $500 cash.
Another 100 for you.
This is a scam.
Nah, ain't no scam. It's all you. 80, 100. It's another 100 for you.
Oh,
See, 80. Another 100 for you. I ain't done. I got one more pocket for you. 80, 100 for you. Add that. I gave you 500. Then we're gonna add a little more to it.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank y'all.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Glow Jays has become known for his do good, feel good posts. He's garnered 2 million followers on TikTok and over 400,000 followers on Instagram just in the last 7 months. The video featuring Tullis racked in over 13 million views on TikTok, and she later learned that Glow Jays made a GoFundMe on her behalf. It said the funds would be used for getting her children, quote, clothes, food, housing, and getting her a vehicle. Donations totaling $20,140. The GoFundMe states that the funds, quote, will be given directly to her when the fundraiser is over.
Everything that was on the page was linked to him. Wasn't nothing linked to me.
She does admit Glow Jays gave her about $3,000 days later. She says it mostly went to her hotel bills.
First of all, my room is $95 a night, okay? So with the 3,000, like I was trying to explain to him, but he was not listening to me. I had already owed $500 on that. Okay, so I paid the $500, and I paid for 25 days on my room. You know what I'm saying? And the rest of it, I bought like necessities like Pampers, wipes, milk.
She says that Glow Jays asked for a picture of her identification card to send the remainder of the GoFundMe donations. She sent it. But days went by, and she says that she never received anything, and communication with Glow Jays began to sour.
He never really wanted to give me the money.
So she went to TikTok and started to talk.
You took it. You was a man when you took it. Be a man now.
GloJay sat down with the Shade Room and says that he was shocked at what she had to say.
I wasn't just gonna pull up on a stranger and give you 20 grand without seeing you give some effort, without giving you some type of, you gotta be doing something, working for something.
He says that he decided to give Tullis that $3,000 after she texted him this, asking for about $200 for food and baby formula.
Once she asked me on TikTok, I was like, I don't have anything for you. I'm the person that gave you $3,500. No other stranger did that, regardless if they raised it for you, gave it to you. No one has pulled up on you and gave you the amount that I have.
He says he also approached Tullis about several job and housing opportunities in the days after posting the video.
I put on my story like, hey, if you have any job opportunities for her, please email her. I dropped her email in. I said, email her right here.
He says she stopped responding to people as if she wasn't interested in the help.
So you telling me you don't want to work? But, you know, me still being a good person, I'm like, all right, whatever. And I said, well, look, I got to see you working. I got to see you doing something. You got it. And she didn't want to do none of that.
Do you believe that she's just a professional panhandler?
100%. And I've already heard people tell me, Union City, that's what they do. You know why I know that? Because there's another family that sits at the exact same spot when she's not there.
But Tullis says that is simply not true.
What's your response to people online saying that you're not really homeless?
Look, this is where I'm at, sir. You see where I'm at? You see this? I'm in a hotel. I pay $95 daily. If I don't have the money, I get put out. Yes, I'm looking for work. I was trying to explain to him, in order for me to work, I got to have childcare. I can't take 5 kids, 2 infants with me to no doggone job.
People took to TikTok to sound off about the situation. One user wrote, quote, he didn't give her the money, but still got the video up. That's messed up. But trust and believe what goes around comes back around. Another person wrote, quote, give that lady her money. It's bad enough you lied for views, but not give her all the money.
Have you created other GoFundMes like hers before in the past?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
And have you given them the total amount, the 100%?
100% or more. 100% or more.
People are saying she's been slighted. You know, and her information, her pictures, her children's pictures were on this campaign.
I 100% wanted to be for her. But when you get on the internet and bash me, that's when I said I'll cancel the whole thing. I've stated that many times. I never said I want to keep the money. And anybody that really gets money knows 20,000 is not any money. So that almost a little bit offends me if people think I got to finesse somebody for 20 bands.
So you haven't spent that money?
No, absolutely not.
Do you typically take some money and then pay it forward to other people? Where are you getting this money from to give out to so many different people in need?
Option trading. To be honest with you, I do option trading. Like I did really good with Netflix. When Netflix decided to plummet, I did a put call on that, and I ended up, honestly and truly, I made probably about $400,000 from that.
You have no plans on giving this money to her. Is there a stipulation? Is there an apology maybe in the works? No, that ship has sailed.
That's sailed. That's done. I have nothing. I don't care. She can take it to court. She can take it to whoever she want to do. I got lawyers, and she do your thing.
The Shade Room did look into GoFundMe's policy. It states that all donations contributing to your fundraiser, quote, will be used as described in the materials that you post or otherwise provide. And if you withdraw donations to be raised on behalf of someone other than you, all donations shall be spent on behalf of the beneficiary. We did check. The GoFundMe campaign has been suspended, and GloJay says that there is an option for donors to request a full refund. No questions asked. For TSR Investigates, I'm Justin Carter.
So I wanted everybody to get a background on, you know, what was going on, right? And I followed this for a while. I followed this for a while. I sat back. I was angry about the way that people were handling him, and people were calling him a fraud, you know, saying he was trying to scam her. And you know what really like ticked me off was because you had people like Sean King. I seen him comment on the Shade Room, you know, on the situation. I don't remember the comment verbatim, But he was like, oh, that's fraud, that's a scam, you can't do that. And I said to Sean King today, I said, Sean King, if anybody can relate to this situation, you can. Because there was many people that try to come to the table and say that you were scamming money from people you were raising money for. And Sean King had to come to the table with receipts saying, I didn't steal from anybody. I made sure everybody got every single dime of the money that I raised on my platform. You know what's so crazy to me? Like Sean King facing something, like that, where people lied on him and his intentions, wasn't anything but pure in the situation, that we would sit on social media as people, um us as being people that have helped people before, and kind of face these type of situations where the very person that you help tries to drag your name through the dirt. Come on, why would we don't want anyone to believe that about us, so why would we just run and believe that? I seen this story unfold. I seen people come and make videos and say she's not homeless. I've seen 3 different videos that says she's not even homeless. You see what I'm saying? They've seen it. They're like, she's not even homeless. I've seen people say that she's panhandling all the time. The thing for me was, right, that someone called Glow J out there. I think that's his name, Glow J. Someone called him and said they seen a woman out there. So it wasn't a setup like she trying to say, oh, no, somebody called him, was like, it's some lady out here homeless with some kids that need help. That's how he even got involved. I think that it's crazy in just trying to help people you don't even know, and you get called a fraud, and you get called a scam. I follow him on TikTok, and I've seen him, bless so many people, show people situations. You see what I'm saying? Every day, situations, and seeing him just, just blessing people. So it's like, it's unfortunate, and I couldn't even imagine. Well, I can imagine a little bit, how he feels trying to sit up here and help somebody. I've seen a lot of people on social media going in on him, saying that's her money, he needs to give her the money, and those type of things. I don't agree with that. I do not agree with that. I don't agree with her getting that $20,000. And this is why, and then I'm gonna open up the phone lines so other people can go ahead and voice them. But mind you, he gave her 500 that day. In total, before the GoFundMe, he gave her $3,500. Y'all seen the text messages where she was texting him for food, texting him for milk. Like, come on, let's be real. You have 5 children. Where are your kids' father at? You see what I'm saying? Not only that, in the video that y'all watched, Jerry, you took the words out my mouth. That's what stuck out to me. Why are you paying $95 to live in a hotel every single day? That's $2,850 a month to stay in a hotel? That don't make sense. Why didn't you go get you and your kids a place for that type of money? I'm not understanding it. Where are your children's fathers at? Everybody's trying to come to the table. Oh, that's her money. He raised it for her. Let's have a real conversation, baby. Because let me tell you something. Without him, she wouldn't have had that money. He raised that money on his followers, on his platform. Yes, the money was for her. But who's going to sit up and continue to help somebody that's not even trying to help themselves? Number one. Number two, somebody that sat up there while the GoFundMe was in the works, then she go and she start making videos trying to bash him. No, I'm not giving you a dime. I'm going to refund everybody and you go find help somewhere else. I can't even believe people on social media was sitting up here saying he need to give her the $20,000. For what? For what? She can go raise her own $20,000 or let somebody else go help her. But you can't sit up and bite the hand that feeds you. You can't do that. And that happens too much with our people. And this is my thing, right? Why didn't she respond to any of those people that reached out to her about jobs? The people that reached out to her said they never ever got a response. It was multiple people. I've been following this story for maybe like 2 months now. And I've been wanting to say something, but I said, nope, it's not time yet. It's not time to say nothing yet. It's not time to put your 2 cents in yet. Why didn't you respond to the jobs? Because, baby girl, you don't want no job. You don't want no job. At the end of the day, oh, the jobs, then she had an excuse. And this is the thing that hold us back, the excuses. Oh, they get a job, you need childcare and stuff. The state helps you pay for childcare and until you can afford it. They help you with childcare. So what that's not, no, baby, you can't use that as no excuse. You can't use that as no excuse. 5 kids, where are the fathers at? Nobody else. You sitting up here dragging a man on social media. Oh, I feel like this is how I feel watching that. I feel like all she wanted was the money. If you had the energy to go out there and beg for money, you had the energy to go and ask some people to maybe watch your children, go, get some funds together to go to a daycare to be able to put your kids in a daycare. Come on, you had the energy to beg. You had the energy to go and ask for help. You had the energy to go ahead and get a plan together and get yourself together. Come on. Come on. Like I just couldn't believe, the comments, about the $20,000. Don't sit up here and act like, please don't sit up here and act like you gonna help somebody after they try to drag your name through the dirt. Come on. Come on. Nah. I can't even get down with that. I can't side with nothing like that. Cause he didn't have to help her at all. That's the point everybody missing. He didn't have to help her. Without him and his platform, there would be no $20,000. A scammer's not going to sit up here and give you $3,500 from the rip. Meet you and give you $500. So you have enough to go and pay for your room for another month. Come on. We got to do better. We got to do better. We got to do better. Ain't no way this man has sat up here and people have dragged him all over social media and putting and tainting his name and saying he's a scammer after all the people he done sat up and blessed and helped. Come on now. Come on now. We got to do better. We all been there where people try to do that to us and we ain't do nothing but help. But then you got this person that you help sit up here telling this sob story. Well, why don't you help yourself? That's what makes me mad about people. Why don't you help your own self? Why did it take a stranger to come and help you and bless you and make sure you and your kids had somewhere to be for the next month? You was behind with the hotel. Come on, y'all can't sit up here and tell me. Y'all can't sit up here and tell me that she was right. It's greed. It's greed. I mean, come on. Come on, I'm gonna open up the phone lines. Exactly. Exactly. He didn't have to give her nothing. What's wrong with us? I know y'all been in a situation where y'all sat up and blessed somebody and they wasn't even appreciative. Who just walking up to somebody giving them and their kids $500? Come on, I can't respect people calling this man no scammer. I can't respect them sitting up here calling him a fraud. I can't respect nothing like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't do that. I'm gonna open up the phone lines if anybody want to call in, and chime in on this because we got this and it be our people though. It be our people. I said on the post, I said he didn't have to help her. Some woman gonna say, oh well, the $20,000 is hers and she got 20. What do that mean? After you get a car and after you go ahead and you get a place and stuff, that $20,000 gonna be almost gone. What you gonna do then? You got to have a plan. But I promise you, I almost guarantee you, the behavior she is displaying right now, is the reason why her and her kids are in the situation they in now. And it's like these are the moments where we can go ahead and we can, you know, pull people. I know somebody she talked to, somebody around her. Like, come on. This man ain't have to do nothing for you. Clearly your children's father ain't do nothing. You wasn't able to do something. A complete stranger came and blessed you. And this is what you run and do. You got all that energy to sit on TikTok and do all that, but you can't find no job. You can't find no job. You don't have time to respond to people because sis don't want no job. Sis don't want no job. I'm gonna put the number back up here. I want to just highlight that. Sis ain't want no job. I'm really tired. Like, it's really some real dope black men out here. Real dope. But this is how they get treated. This makes people feel like they don't want to do no more. They don't want to bless people because of stuff like this. Because of stuff like this. SK, she obviously doesn't want to work. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me take it off. Do not disturb. If you just call back in. I'm sorry. I was, if you were trying to call back in. I had to do not disturb. But, 500 behind and she was still there. Sue for defamation. Yeah, like, come on now. Come on. Ain't no way you sat that hotel for 30 days and you ain't get you no job. You ain't get nothing, but you had the energy to go out at that Walmart. She trying to say, oh, it was no, baby girl. No, baby girl. I read the text messages. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello, sister. How are you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Hello. I'm blessed. Giving thanks. No, I disagree with you on that, right? For my reason, if you do something out of your heart for someone, regardless of how they want to act, you already did it. So you should be a big man about it. Big man standard. Now, regardless of who's saying she did that, everybody's just a hearsay. Yes, she stayed in a hotel paying $95 is out of her range, but nobody knows what she went through. Nobody knows. He decided to use this platform and help her.
Right.
You go help somebody and then take back your help? Come on. That's just my 2 cents.
But that's not what he did. That's not what he did. He didn't let's be clear. When he first met her, he gave her $500, right? Within that span, he gave her 3,000 more. So don't say if you gonna help. He had already helped. He had already made sure her kids had a roof over their head, and her. He already helped. But no, you cannot sit up and disrespect somebody that's blessing you. You can't do that. No, I'm not. Listen, no, you cannot do that to people. I'm sorry. I mean, I respect you disagreeing, but the way you looking at it, I think you forgetting he already had blessed her out of his pocket. I'm listening.
Okay, you helped her. A friend once told me, if you lend someone money, right, don't argue about it if you don't get it back. Why? Because if you didn't have it to lend, then you would not give it. Now,
hello? Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? I don't know what happened. If you, he's gonna have to call back in. I don't know what happened. Call back in, caller, because I couldn't, I don't know what happened. The call dropped. It might have been because the thing was blowing up. It was kind of blowing up. People were trying to get through. But here you go. Hello? Okay. Can you hear me?
I don't know what happened. Can you hear me?
Yeah, the call. You gotta turn me down.
Yeah, turn my volume down. Can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you. You were saying a friend told you that if you lend somebody money.
Yeah, if you lend someone money and they don't give it forward to you, don't argue about it, because if you didn't have it to give, you wouldn't give it. Now, I just said that that's just something like a little icing on the cake, right? But if you will do something out there, that's just my whole scenario. It doesn't matter. You already did it. You know what I mean? You should be good. Good don't get corrupted with bad unless, you know what I mean, you're just trying to, you say margin, and like, you know what I mean? Similar, how to put it, to say, well, okay, there's good and bad. That's the only reason. But you cannot have good. Good is good, bad is bad. You done do something good already, so just let it go. Cut you off if you have to. If she spend the money and she wasted, you did your job as a man. Now, as far as like giving back people the money, I'm not saying he wouldn't do it, but most likely everybody not gonna ask back for their money. That's some people like me. If I give something, I'm not gonna ask back for whatever reason. That's it. Even in a relationship.
But you know what? That's not true. That's not true, because I've seen people sit up here and donate the GoFundMe's, find out, the situation wasn't what what the person said it was, and they asked for a refund. So the whole lending somebody money, he didn't lend her anything. He gave her. But what I'm sitting up here saying is that if you sitting up here helping somebody and they are sitting up acting like, you know what I mean, acting some type of way, acting like they don't appreciate the help, or, ungrateful. No, I'm not going to continue to help you. I'm a refund everybody and go ahead about my business, because you don't handle people that are helping you in that manner. That's what I'm sitting up here saying. I'm not being no fool for nobody.
I don't know how since when a blessing become an unblessing. If you're gonna bless somebody, regardless of what situation they're in, that's just me. I don't know. I'm not saying everybody should follow what I'm saying, but just like in a relationship, you know what I mean? And that's why I follow you, you know what I mean? And I really want to connect with you and some other things, but we're gonna talk about that on a different level. But for now, if you do something from your heart, you done it. If you want to go smoke it out, drink it out, oil it out, just say you did it. And
no, because you have to understand. That's just like if I sit up here and I'm raising money, or I'm doing something for somebody, I'm not going to go and waste it on somebody that's not going to apply it correctly. I'm not doing that. Do you know that's why? Do you understand why certain places that pay rent and pay utilities and stuff, do you know why people out here that's blessing people, do you know they directly pay the landlord? They directly pay the utility company. Do you know why? Because people will sit up and play games, take the money, do something else. That's why. That's why people don't directly put money in people's hands. They pay the people directly so it gets done. Why would you want to sit up here and raise $20,000 for somebody that don't want to work and don't want to maintain it?
If someone want to call in, please text, because I would like somebody to add to this. But I don't want to be on the phone like just keep talking. But I know what you're saying. I agree on certain part, but I'm just saying as a man, I could understand that from some other people, but as a man, you do manly things. You use the name, yes, it's your platform. How petty that can be. You got to be a man about your things. You did something, you say you're going to bless her. Okay, where did it stop? Okay, she was living somewhere else, or she not on the street, she lying, she did this, she did that. You did your job. Just like I want to talk to you about some things like we spend money on vanity, not saying you, but I've been through it. A lot of us support the same people who slave us. And how hypocritical is that? right? So when we're doing something for our brother or sister, there's people that have certain deranged mind. They go through certain things. You know what I mean? People getting molested. All these things are happening. All these other different social media vibes is taking place, you know, and people is not conscious of what is really taking place. So when you see someone and you decide to help that person, let it be that way until that person have to go into themselves. That's why we use the word karma. Karma is used because if you do something good for someone and they don't appreciate, whether she says something bad about you and she did see that, you put you on social media, be a big man about it. You is a man, not a child.
But what are you saying? Why are you saying that he's not being a man about it? What are you saying? He at the end of the day, he don't have no children to her. He don't even know her. He's a stranger to her.
He's not being a man because he's holding the money, saying these things that, you know what I mean, what he did, I give her 3,000, I give her 500. We don't want to hear that. Why?
What do you mean?
Listen, I know it's going to sound funny. Why we don't want to hear that? Because you're doing good for someone, right? And if it's done, it's done. Just give her the money and just turn the page. Simple.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you, sis. And have a blessed evening.
You too. What? This proves that people think differently, which we're supposed to think differently. And sense just isn't common. You think that, you know, everybody has common sense. I don't know. No, you can't handle people like that. I feel like, to be honest with you, I feel like black men are always handled like that. Always handled like that. They're looked at like it's like in our culture, black men aren't looked at anymore as like with respect. Black men are looked at like money. Like they're supposed to provide. That's it. They're not supposed to discipline the kids. They're not supposed to have a say in the household. They're just supposed to provide. And that's not true. That's not true. This is a human being that stepped up to the plate. He don't have no kids to this woman. He don't even know this woman, but he stepped up to the plate to help her. And we sit up here. He needs to be a man about it. He did something he didn't have to do. Like, why is that so hard to, if you were trying to call in, please call back. The line is open. It's open. I will never understand. Hello, caller.
Hey.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
It's Diamond.
Hey, Diamond.
How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I was awesome until I heard your GoFundMe situation.
Oh no,
she don't want to work. She don't want to work. She don't want nothing but money.
And that's how I feel.
And like I said, people that usually people that's homeless and people with mental illness like the aptitude to respond to bills, to situations, to jobs, to getting up in the morning, to doing whatever they need to do.
Right.
And because of this, she lacks the aptitude to do that. She probably on drugs too. She got how many kids she got?
They said she has five children.
You know what I'm saying? He has $3,500, right? She
Yep.
could have used that money to get her a job, get her some clothes, you know what I'm saying, get some child care. You know what I'm saying? Child care ain't cheap, but the city that she in will help her get child care. You can learn about that.
Yeah, they'll help her. They'll help her get and then when you get in some states, if you get food stamps and you get cash assistance, you automatically qualify for child care because they want you to go ahead and get off the system and get a job. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they will help you.
With 5 kids. You know
right. They will help you with child care.
With 5 kids, these people are grossing $3,500 a month. You know what I'm saying? And food stamps alone. What you gonna do with $3,500 worth of food?
Yeah. Somebody said, but an apartment is more than $95 a day. You have rent, but BMW like that. I understand what you're saying, but with her family size, she qualifies to try to go somewhere that goes by your income. She could even go to somewhere that's tax credit. You see what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. When I lived in the Y before, right? I lived in the Y for like 60 days. And when I moved out of the Y, me and my children, we moved into a 1 bedroom apartment. I had got, I put one bed in the living room and I had a bed, in the room. And we worked that out. You feel what I'm saying? Yes, I had 2 kids. My one, was grown, but at the end of the day, I did what I had to do until we were able to get something else. And I'm not sitting up here downplaying her situation. But what I am saying though, that in these type of situations, y'all have to understand, and I'm about to be real with y'all. The place I was in, I was getting up every single day, walking down to the subway. I sat in the subway and I did my schoolwork. I sat in the subway and I applied for jobs and stuff every day. I didn't go back in until it was time for me to go back in. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all don't know what happened in these places. These girls be in these places selling ass. Y'all hear me? Leaving their kids in the shelter. You feel what I'm saying? By themselves sleep. Y'all don't know what go on here. I'm talking about this is an all women's place. Selling drugs in there, selling pills, all type of stuff. And I'm being real, when that's supposed to be the time that we supposed to be getting ourselves together. These are the things they don't talk about. It was a lot of women that got put out with their children because of the things they was doing. You think that when people, will go ahead and be in a place like that, right? You think the whole focus is, I got to get me and my kids out of here. It's crunch time. That was my attitude. Every single day, it was, I got to get me and my kids out of here. You see what I'm saying? That was the focus. My focus wasn't smoking nothing. I don't smoke anyway. But it wasn't smoking. It wasn't going to the bar. They was leaving the shelter, going to the bar. This is what you don't hear about. And I'm just sitting up here like, well, wow. You know what I mean? This is what go on. Nobody's worried about getting themselves together and getting a place and, getting their kids out of here. But these are the things that set up and happen. So there's options. There's definitely options. And she's not exercising them.
I took ibuprofen and some kind of like an amoxicillin pill. And it made me test positive for having weed in my system, right? So I'm getting ready. I'm in this home test. I'm getting ready to go home and everything. And then, the counselor pulled me to the side and he was like, you can go. And I'm like, what? They say you tested positive for drugs. I laughed at him and walked away. He was like, wait. Seriously, you tested positive for drugs in your system? I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that goes with your story about how people are supposed to get themselves together. We had people with HIV, there was people with people, you know what I'm saying, that was constantly trying to figure out the people. We had people that, you know what I'm saying, were people with each other in the hallways and got caught and got kicked out. It was just a madhouse. And you're looking around and you're like, oh my God. And look, it was 4 to a room. But every day, like you said, I hate myself in a better position to be out of there, and I did.
Exactly.
That's crazy. She don't want to work. She don't want nothing but money.
And it shows, because if you didn't, you would have went ahead and responded to these people that reached out trying to offer you employment. I'm telling you, it's a lot of resources. Even if you're a mom and you're going back to school, there's programs they have that will pay your child care. They're going to help pay your child care for work too. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I had a mom call me and she's like, Shalakimia, I can't find, no work in my city. I live in a small town. You see what I'm saying? She wasn't making no excuses though. She's like, I got these kids. I got to do something. I said, listen, I got a list of work from home jobs. Sis went on there and had an interview the next day. Got her a work from home job. She said, Shalakimia, I don't got no computer. I gave her a site that she could go on and get a computer and pay monthly payments on. Sis did what she had to do. So, baby, let me tell you something. If that was me in that hotel room, I would have had me a remote job. You hear me? There's remote jobs where you don't have to be on the phone. They paying like $20-something an hour. You do not gotta be on the phone. You responding to tickets. You responding to emails. You know what I mean? You doing different stuff. So it's like, come on. And I know how it is to be in that situation. But it's like you gotta help yourself too.
Mm-hmm.
You got to.
Right.
But thank you for calling in. The line is so it's blowing up. People trying to get in. But thank you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely, sure.
Bye. Yeah, I'm not. I really want people to like appreciate people and to really realize that people don't have to do what they do for you. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of a slap in the face when you decide to help somebody and they act like that. It's a slap in the face, and y'all can't sit up here and act like you haven't done something for somebody out the kindness of your heart, and they gave you their butt to kiss. That made you feel some type of way. Hey, caller.
How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. Can't complain.
Okay.
I didn't agree with not the last caller, but the caller before was saying about being a real man and stuff like that. Like, I don't think that had anything to do with the situation. Like you said, he did something for her out of the kindness of his heart. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all he had to do. He didn't have to do nothing extra.
Right.
So, you know, I just feel like nowadays the accountability is gone. Like, nobody wants to be held accountable for nothing.
Yeah.
And if you try to hold people accountable, that's when they start talking this, my truth, my this. Like, no, reality is reality. And your reality is not matching with how the things are supposed to go. And I just think it's just weird now. Everybody's trying to dodge accountability at every cost.
Yeah. That's true. That's so true. You know, I see people, you know, in the comments, you know, somebody said, but how she gonna work and watch her kids?
People do it every day.
I just told them. I'm not being smart. I help people. I help people every day. You know, with remote jobs, and you know what I mean. I have a list on my website of jobs, remote jobs. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's not sit up here and act like there's not resources, though. Come on, let's not sit up here and do that. I just said there's jobs. There's plenty of girls out here working jobs where they are not talking on the phone. They're doing email work and you know what I mean, stuff like that. But come on now.
Nobody's asking her to do something that a million other people ain't doing.
Please say that again.
I mean, nobody's asking her to do nothing that a million other people ain't doing. So she ain't special. She's gonna have to figure it out.
Then let's go a step further, right? I also feel like when she hit him up to get formula and food, where are your food stamps at? Where is your WIC at? You qualify for all of those services.
Exactly.
You qualify for all of those services. Having 5 children, you qualify for WIC.
But she's not gonna say that because that don't sound that sad. You know what I mean? She's not gonna remind the people that she probably getting $1,800 in food stamps because you know that don't sound that sad. She can't sell that sad story because people gonna look at her like, you getting $18 worth of food stamps. I wish I was getting that.
Right.
So it's you know they're gonna sell the story that they're gonna get the most sympathy out of.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It just didn't sit right. It just didn't sit right that, you know, for 2 months, you know, they were calling this man a scammer. You know what I mean? It just didn't sit right that they were saying he was trying to fraud her. It just didn't sit right with me because right is right and wrong is wrong. I'm saying out of my mouth, if I would have raised $20,000 for somebody and they started going and doing that, I would have refunded everybody and went about my life and minded my own business. That's what I would have did. There were people that reached out to her trying to offer her a job. They were on TikTok saying she never ever responded She never ever
Exactly.
responded to no job because you didn't want no job. You wanted money. You didn't need money for formula and food. I'm sure you get food stamps being in your situation. I'm sure if you have a baby, if you have a baby and your baby requires formula, I'm sure you get WIC services. I'm sure. Not having no employment, you definitely qualify. You definitely qualify.
But just like you just said, like people sitting there saying that he's scamming, he's doing this, he's doing that. When ultimately, like again, it goes back to accountability. You know, like nobody's holding this woman accountable.
Nobody.
Nobody. I mean, like people who feel the same way we do are, but you got all these other people talking about all this different stuff on why she deserved the money and why he's wrong and he's wrong. Everybody's wrong except her.
Mm-hmm. Right. To be honest with you, I do not think that, you know, and this is my opinion. I don't think she would have managed the money correctly. And I'm just being real. I don't think she would have managed it correctly.
I mean, I agree, but if you think about she not managing the money correctly because it was already a scam from the jump.
Mm-hmm. People said she was a professional panhandler. Like she's out there all the time. And my thing is, baby, if you that close to Walmart, you got to be close to Walmart because you don't got a vehicle. So you must be close to Walmart. You should have been going in Walmart and filling out a job application. They hiring people on the spot.
Exactly.
You know?
But like you said, like she just wanted the bread, and that it shows. Like it's very plain to see that.
Yeah.
But people who are defending her are the same people who don't want to hold. They don't want to be held accountable in their own lives.
Yeah.
So they're not going to hold her accountable.
Yeah. It don't make no sense. I know one lady on Instagram was saying, you know, people need to stop with the whole GoFundMe thing altogether. I mean, I don't 100% agree with that, but people got to start getting their priorities. The lady was like, people need to stop with the whole GoFundMe thing altogether. That's what she said on Instagram on the post.
That's not smart because just because something's being misused doesn't mean it doesn't need to be available to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That's like saying we should just stop food stamps for people out there cheating the system on that. That's fix the problem. Don't take away the benefit from everybody. That doesn't make sense.
Right, because some people aren't misusing it. No, I understand that. But thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Well, y'all didn't know BMW. Well, y'all didn't know that part that he gave her 3,500. My bad, Glow Jays. I was mistaken. That's what's up. Yeah, he did. Yep, he did. There were more messages though, yo. Like I said, I followed the story for a while, and I was gonna say something because it hurt my heart. You know, I know how it is being a person that your heart is just, you know, you want to bless, you know, other people, you know, and you're made out. It's a very hurtful thing. You know, you're made out to seem like, you know, you did something wrong and you know you a fraud and you a scammer, and that's not the case. You know. Hello, caller.
Hello. My perspective on the topic is that I think he's a scumbag.
Who?
In today's time, we know about the NIL deals where you use a person's name and likeness. If you use a person's name and likeness, they're entitled to a large portion of that. He said his goal was to raise the money for this particular lady for her situation,
Mm-hmm.
and then he used that to gain $20,000. And instead of doing exactly what he campaigned to be doing, he only gave $3,500. If I'm correct.
No, you're not correct. You're not correct. Let me correct you. Before the GoFundMe was even thought about, he gave her $500 when they first met. When he met her at Walmart, he gave her $500. He gave her $3,000. The $3,500 came into play way before the GoFundMe was ever discussed. Now go ahead.
Okay, that does change a little bit. And so I got a different story, as you can clearly hear. And so then what I came out to hear was that because she didn't get a job or something like that, he denied giving her the money. And so I heard y'all talking about the work from home. If you have no home, you can't work in a hotel.
That's not true.
To do a work from home job, you have to be plugged up to the modem, and the hotels don't let you plug up to the modem.
You don't have to be plugged. You don't have to be plugged up to the modem for work from home jobs. You can go off the Wi-Fi, and you can have a hotspot.
Well, most times the hotspot and the Wi-Fi is not strong enough for it doesn't, let's say, it doesn't meet the qualifications for the work from home job. The people I know that work from home, they have a requirement to be hooked up to the box and have their own internet service.
I don't think that's true.
A computer and everything, but they have to have those things.
Sir, that's not true. That's not true for everybody. I know somebody that lives in South Carolina. In the area they live in, the internet is horrible. They can't get no internet like that, and they use a hotspot to do their work from home job. I don't think that's true for everybody. I don't think that's true for every job. I don't think that's true. And at the end of the day, how can that be when people go to share spaces and do their work from home job? And some people have
share spaces. Share spaces still that allows you to hook up to the modem. Well, that's all I got to add to. I'm just adding my little piece, and I gotta go. I get back to work.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm waiting for some queens to call in. Time said where he live. I don't know, and I don't know what job he talk about. Cause let me tell you something. There's because of the pandemic, there's so many jobs going remote. So many going fully remote because they see during the pandemic that it just works. You see what I'm saying? There's some remote jobs out here, y'all, that are giving you a laptop to use. You see what I'm saying? They're giving you a stipend. You see what I'm saying? Hello, caller.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good, and you?
I'm doing great. Look, I'm a great big fan of you, right?
Okay. Thank you.
And I've been calling all night because my service is real bad, and I can't really get online, so I decided to call in, right? Okay. About the lady with the money, right? Yeah, I think that she is lazy. I think that she got her priorities all misconstrued. And I think that the guy was just really, giving out blessings. What he do is, he doing God's work. And people misconstruing that. So I just wanted to call in, but now I had a whole lot to say, right? Other than that, right there, though. Okay. I wanted to ask you, how was your day?
My day was amazing. Yeah, my day was amazing. Okay. It was very blessed.
Okay. This like my first time ever called in on your show, and I'm kind of like shocked that you picked up because like I got so many pictures and videos of you. Like I'm proud of your biggest fan, right?
Oh, okay, my biggest fan. Okay.
Yeah. Look, I wrote a song because I wanted to feature on one of your shows. I wanted you to play one of my songs on like the introduction of your show, right?
Okay.
Do you think it's the right time for like? Do you think I can like give you a piece of the song?
A piece. Like you just want to like say a little bit of it.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna take a 2 minutes. I don't want to give you a little bit, and then I'm gonna inbox you, and maybe you can follow me, and then look me up, and then you can give me a shot on your TV show.
Okay.
Okay, it's called a Charlotte Kimia show. Okay, I got my hype man with me too. I got my hype man with me.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning into the Charlotte Kenya Show. Hey, thanks for tuning into the Charlotte Kenya Show. Hey, thanks for tuning into the Charlotte Kenya Show. Well, black people live and black people grow. But I ain't got all of it down pat yet. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
Oh, you do? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Say that one part again for black people. Say that part again.
Well, black people live and black people grow. See, I gotta change it up a little bit though.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you ought to give me a shot. Maybe we can blow up one day.
Yeah, make sure you message me and we'll definitely, yeah. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
I'm glad you.
I'm just glad you picked up because I'm your biggest fan.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you thought about me in that way. I definitely need an intro. I definitely need an intro. So thank you. Make sure you message me and let me know who you are. And yes, I want to use that.
Okay, I'll do that. And then, by the way, I love your show. I love you. I love what you're doing. I just wish everybody just pull into you and just stop just thinking negative and just understand your message, right?
Right. Oh.
Yeah, if we can all just do that, it will be great. And oh yeah, I want to encourage everybody that's you live, right?
Yep, we're live.
Okay, good. I don't want to take up too much of the time, but I want to encourage everybody that's following Miss Charlotte Kenya, the Queen. I want y'all to just go into the sister, because the sister is on fire. Everything she come with is blazing hot. So y'all do yourself a favor and let's go into the Black Queen and let's just do it big.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to, working with you on some things. I like your energy. I like your ambition. Yeah, I definitely want to use that. I love how you say black people live and black people grow, because that's what I want for our people. I want us to do better in every single area.
Yeah. For sure. I like that. I like your energy. I love you, sister. And
I love
you
you
have a
too.
good night.
Thank you.
You is very amazing, and I hope next time when you go live, I could be like the first caller that call and get through, because I ran my battery dead calling you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see you called a few times. I see it on the board. I'm glad you got through. Thank you.
Okay, you enjoy your night, folks.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
You up?
Oh, that's nice. Hold on, what you say? Miss Nicole, why can't he just be truly supporting her? Why? Who said something smart? Hello, caller.
Hello, Charlotte Kenya. How are you?
I am good, and you?
I am in Cozy, Ubuntu Ra.
Okay.
I literally am one of your largest fans, sister.
Okay.
And I appreciate what you do for the brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want you to know if there's something that you need, sister, you reach out to me, and we'll make sure that we get it done.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. This is my way of saying thank you.
I appreciate you.
Yes, I appreciate you as well. I tell my wife all the time, I say, this is a sister that has full understanding. So with that, I'm glad you now have a number that we can call and we can discuss some things. Because a lot of your views I do agree with.
Okay.
So considering that is that, trust me, if you need something, sister, you got a way to get in touch with me, you let me know.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that so much.
Oh yeah, definitely. And if you ever get to Africa after the end of this year, let me know. And we'll do everything we can to get you over there so you can get to see that full circle.
Oh, okay. Yep, I've never been there before.
Yeah. Well, I'll be leaving here, but hopefully by the end of this year.
Oh,
and
okay.
all of my companies that I have there will be full fruit. So it'll be a good thing to bring some of the people that are positive here over there, so they can really get to see the truth of Africa.
instead of the
Mm,
conjecture.
right. I'm sure it's beautiful.
Yeah, I hear a lot, I see a lot, and I'm not happy with what I see and hear. So the only way that you know we can make a difference is to make a difference.
Okay.
So I took that on. But overall, this is my way of just saying I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Yes, yes. Enjoy the rest of your show, my sister. I will be watching.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good night.
You do the same.
Thank you. Let's hold these calls because what is y'all talking about in the comments? Why y'all being mean in the comments? Thank you. Why can't he just be truly supporting her? Right. Oh, Nicole, what you mean? Was that Nicole that said that? What you mean, Nicole? Stop it, y'all. See, why y'all being like that? Why can't people just why is that like a problem like with us? Why can't people just show love? Like what's wrong with that? That is special that he used his call time to speak to her. His call time, what? Nicole, he stated the last caller was trying to get at you, but I was just saying, why can't he just be truly a supporter of you and the movement? Not everything is sexual. Right, Nicole? Exactly. Like, why? That's weird to me. Why can't we be like that with people? Like, why couldn't he just be? I don't know. I don't look at it like that. I don't look at it like every man that says something positive to me is trying to get with me. No, I don't feel like that. I feel like it's really genuine support and appreciation. What's wrong with that? But you know what? People aren't used to that. People aren't used to that. So, right, Nicole, people aren't used to that. And it shows. It shows within us black people. And I'm just being real. It shows. Like why was that? Why because he expressed what he expressed and saying the things that he was saying. Why, y'all? Come on. Come on. That's why we at. We were we at. Right, Nicole? Why is that always the narrative? Yes, why is it? Come on, we gotta do better. We gotta do better. Why can't we support each other? We supposed to. Why we gotta be criticizing for supporting? It's a lot of people like, oh, I'm your biggest fan. Okay. You know what I mean? Like that's fine. I didn't say it was sexual, and I also laughed and said I was just joking. I also said I support you too. Black people have had different experiences, so we won't think the same. I'm not expecting us to think the same, but on some things, like, come on. This is why we can't get ahead. Now what if he is one of those black men that don't express himself, but in my space and on my platform, he feels like he can do that. He feels like this is a safe space for him. Come on, black men. We ain't gonna play. I'm not about to play with y'all tonight. Okay, we're not gonna do that because we know that y'all don't get to express yourself like y'all want to express yourself and be vulnerable like that and do that in spaces. And I don't like that because what if he never ever calls in again? Or what if he feel like, oh, I'm not gonna do that again because of what people said in the comments? Let's not do that to each other here. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Who what where who how did we get that somebody was in jail? Where did that come? Who? What are you talking about? How did we get from Okay. Okay. Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate everybody that called in tonight. Um, I appreciate everybody in the comments, everybody that, chimed in. I thought this was very, important um conversation to talk about, not just the general conversation, but that we should appreciate people. You see what I'm saying? One thing I always stand on is, something that somebody does for you, they don't have to do. You see what I'm saying? Let's start appreciating, people that are doing things for us, making sure other people appreciate us, because it's hurtful. It's really hurtful when you go and you bless people, or try to help people, and then they try to turn around and talk about you, make you look bad, and tell lies on you. It's wrong. And I don't understand in our community why we are like that. I just don't get it. I just hope that we can do better, and be better. That could have been your son. That could have been your nephew. That could have been your brother. That could have been your father sitting up here being a blessing to somebody. You see what I'm saying? That want to turn around, you know what I mean, and be negative, and, drag their name through the dirt in return. You know, um, it's all right, Jesse. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Um, yeah, I just hope that we can do better. Before it comes to a point where people are fed up and nobody wants to be a blessing to anybody, or want to help anybody, because of the way that they've been hurt, and they've been taken advantage of, and things like that. I know, I can remember back times where I wish that I had help. I'm sure it's times that that y'all watching, y'all wish that y'all had help, and there was no help. You know what I mean? You had to just fend for your own self. You know, and that those kind of moments help you appreciate when you do have help, because you then reflect on the times where you didn't have help, or you see what I'm saying, or you was going through, you appreciate those times when people come along. You like, what, I appreciate you, for looking out for me. One thing I always say is I'm never going to disrespect the person that made sure that me and my kids were good, that fed my kids, that gave us a place to stay when I could not give my kids a place to stay, or fed my kids when I couldn't feed my kids. I'm never going do a person dirty like that. I'm never going to talk about them. That means a lot to me. Being able to provide for my children means a lot to me. So when someone comes along and does that, I'm going to appreciate them, and I'm definitely going to respect them. But I'm a go, and everybody have a great night.